Hi folks, my name's John LeDrew with Melco International. I'm the digital imaging director here, so I'm going to talk to you on Mondays about all this fun digital stuff we have here at Melco. We are in the lobby of our Melco office here in Denver, and so you may see some distractions, some people walking through, people answering the phones. Don't worry about it, don't let that distract you. Certainly try to not let it distract me. I can't guarantee that won't happen. But today we're talking about the SG-300 from Roland. This is the previous generation print cut from Roland on the SG line. They now have the SG-2. So the SG-2 has been out for a while, and it's actually on sale this month, so I'm going to show you some of those deals on that. But I really just want to show you how it works, some of the basics of it, what are some of the things you can do with it, really how to use this machine to make more money in your business. And that's why we sell a lot of the digital stuff that we do, because we want you to make more money with what you're selling. We give you more opportunity to expand your portfolio on the stuff you can provide. In this case, you can do stickers and banners and heat transfer materials and a number of other different things. So it's really, really versatile. There's a really high margin in it for you. The investment is relatively low. Your cost is low to produce, but your margin, again, is really high. And that's why we like this stuff, so you can get into it for relatively inexpensive and then turn around and start making money really quick. And that's the whole point of what we do. It's fun to make cool stuff, but it's really important to make more money in what you're doing. So I want to focus on that, but I want to show you basically how it works. So this is the SG, like I said, the previous generation. The SG-2 is out now, which is essentially a better updated version. And I'll talk to you about some of what those features are. The new one comes in 30-inch, which is this, 54, or as big as 64. You might want a 64-inch if you're doing banners, big banners, or vehicle wraps. 54 typically is the size that people use for vehicle wraps, but you can get upwards of 64 inches in this thing now. The previous generation, this uses the TR ink, which is kind of the same system. It's bagged ink. It's a bag and you slide it in a tray and plug it in. But the TR2 ink that goes along with the SG-2 printer cutter, they say it's Green Guard certified, so it's got a bigger color gamut, so it's a little bit more durable. It's warranted on 3M and Avery and all the other media out there, which the other ink wasn't, which is really nice. The other thing about this printer is there's a new print head in here that allows for more accurate cut registration, a little bit more vibrancy in the print. It has automatic pinch rollers, and it allows for cutting along with the media guides on the side, so you don't have to remove those media guides before you cut. So the new generation SG-2 is just a little bit better than the SG. The other element is there is a conversion kit. So if you happen to have an SG now, we can get you a conversion kit where you can flush out the regular TR inks and then replace them with the TR2 inks. And keep an eye out for that. It's going to be available very soon. We'll have it up on Shop Melco, and you can certainly call in and request one of those conversion kits. In fact, we're going to do it on the SG in the near future, and I'm going to do a little video on how that's done. But there will be ability to take your SG, convert it from an SG ink configuration to an SG-2 ink configuration with the TR2 ink. So a little bit about the meat and potatoes on this thing. It's really easy to access a lot of the areas of the printer that you need to keep it clean. The print head is here. It's easy to access your wipers and your other materials there. The other side is also very big, so it's easy to clean, easy to get in. At Melco, we do a pretty good job at maintaining our stuff, but I'll be honest, we can be a little neglectful. Because we have other things going on. We're not running production every day. That being said, every time we turn this machine on, it works. And I just want to stress the importance of reliability in your equipment, and ease of use and consistency in production. If you have printers that don't really work very well or require a lot of maintenance and work, it can be hard to be really productive with that. So we're really happy and excited to have such good quality equipment in here. When you're running it, it just works well. So let me show you what we have here. I did a quick nozzle check, and I'm going to bring this forward so you can see it a little bit easier. But I ran some stickers, but I'm going to actually run this with some heat transfer material. But I want to show you how this sticker material works. I'm just going to cut this. It's called a sheet cut. On the BN20, you do not have the sheet cut function. SG line, the SG2 line is the first line from Roland in the professional imaging size that does have the sheet cut option. And we'll show you some of the other features in here too. So you can just cut that sheet. This is a heated, I don't know, what do you call it? Just, I guess, a heated, yeah, heated surface. Nate's back there, by the way. You all know Nate. He's my expert cameraman today. So if I ask ridiculous questions, they're not going into space. They're actually going to Nate, who is the dude. So this heated surface, yeah, helps dry ink a little bit quicker. So if you're laying down a lot of ink, for example, it will dry that quickly. The SG line being the professional line, that's going to have that first. So
I like the heated element because it helps weed faster too.
it does help weed faster, yeah. Warms up the media a little bit, comes out a little bit faster, which is nice. That is true, because weeding is not always the most fun. So I just weeded away this. Here's this Melco sticker that we have here. This would just go on some backing, and then I can apply it to whatever I want. So pretty simple. This is heat transfer, or this is calendar vinyl. This is what we use primarily for stickers. And I just want to show you, when I came in this morning, I turned it on and I did that nozzle check here in the corner. And just how perfect that nozzle check is. I don't remember the last time this was turned on, maybe midweek last week, if that. So just a real testament to how reliable it is. And just printed out all these stickers, and just so you can see it cut away what we didn't want. So pretty fun. So let me show you how this thing works now. We're gonna actually print something. We're gonna print a left chest design on a polyester jersey. Polyester, as you know, is a really difficult material to decorate on, whether it's embroidery, screen printing, direct to garment. But what's really nice about print cut is you can print your transfer and apply it with very little heat and pressure, so you're not going to stain or mark or scorch the polyester jersey. So it's really outstanding application. It's kind of perfect for jerseys. So front and back, do whatever you want, but I'm going to show you how to decorate this soccer jersey quickly and easily. So I'm going to remove the media I have, which is the calendar vinyl, and I'm going to put in this heat soft material. It's only going to take a quick second, and I can talk to you while I'm back here because I have a microphone, don't I, Nate? And we have these microphones because we're making this a professional operation here. So I'll just remove the old media. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm basically putting it back, putting the new media on the rollers, locking it down real quick, and then sliding it through. You're going to see it slide through the machine here in a second. This is 30-inch media as well, so it's really easy. There's no major changes in how I'm doing it. You see the media feeds through. It's going to take a second and process that the pinch rollers have been lowered on a new piece of media. I'm going to now, Nate, if you wouldn't mind zooming in a little bit on my screen here. Just take a quick second. I want to show you in VersaWorks Dual how I will then select the media I'm going to use for printing on this job and some of the other little details about it. Are we there? Yeah. We're there. Okay. So here's my design. I've imported it here into QA. It's this 14er soccer design. And I created that logo, and I thought it was a pretty good creative name for a soccer team, 14ers, right? You like it? Yeah, he likes it. Okay, so I select my image. Under settings, I'm going to get my media width, so I'm going to hit that, so it'll then take a measurement of where these pinch rollers are, here and here, and it'll tell me how wide I have my media to use. From there, I can determine how many I want to print. I can print more or less just by adding a few or removing a few. I'm using this Surface Pro, so it's a little touchy sometimes, but you can see I can add a few or I can remove a few. Doesn't matter.
Bring up the on-screen keyboard to just key in the number you want.
That's a little bit easier. But but just as an example, you can use a Surface. It's PC based, just so you all know. So we got our media width there. Under quality, I'm going to choose, and this is the important part, so the calibration between the ink and the media matches up. I'm going to choose Roland DGA HTM3 Heat Soft Transfer Plus. So that's basically this is that heat transfer material from Roland. It's really outstanding, good quality stuff. And you've probably seen us do some embroidery with this, where you can actually, this type of material you can embroider over top of it. It's self-healing. We'll talk about that more in a second. So from here, I pretty much have the settings that I want. Really straightforward. You don't have to think too much about this. It's not too terribly complicated. And I have it selected. Now I'm just going to print it. Oh, no, that's the wrong button. I'm going to use the print button. So now it'll take a second to spool, and then it's going to print. And I determined my cut line where I wanted it to cut, so it's then going to cut it. From there, I'm going to take it over here, use the transfer mask, and then we're going to heat transfer it onto the shirt. But in the meantime, I want to show you some samples while this thing is processing. It's about to cut or print. So heat transfer, the nice thing about this heat soft material is it's really easy to use. It's real user friendly. It stretches. It doesn't crack. It doesn't peel. We have this. Let me show you some examples of some things. So here is a direct-to-garment printed hoodie. This was printed. It's very detailed. There's a lot of color in there. It's really big. But this was direct-to-garment print. So that would not look great as a heat transfer. That'd be a complicated screen print. But the cool thing is we wanted to just do some left chests. So instead of try to go through the whole direct-to-garment process again, maybe we can just use this heat transfer material, cut it and apply it and put it on as the left chest. So this is a really quick, easy application for something that might work perfect like this. Another fun thing is we can do mixed media. So we've talked a lot about this at Melco. This is something that we do really, really well here. This is just heat transfer material printed on the Roland, and then we embroidered over top. And so what I meant earlier about it being self-healing is once you stitch into this media, you don't see that the media is poking through. It'll almost like those little needle holes will kind of self-heal, so you don't see it like it looks like it's been embroidered on top of. So a real cool mixed media application. We do a lot of that with our embroidery machines and our laser alignment tool and this Roland heat soft material. So as you can see, it's printing now and it's almost done. This thing's really fast. Once it's done printing, it's then going to cut. So nice thing about the SG-2 is you're printing about 1,100 square feet an hour. That's pretty fast. We're printing about 100 square feet an hour, 100 and some square feet an hour. So it's really quick. Again, it's the first in the professional line of production capability from Roland. So it's more of an entry level price point and speed. Essentially, the more you spend, the more you get in color quality and speed, etc. So you could go up into the VG line from Roland, but this line is almost perfect for most every application. I just want to show you quickly on Roland DGA. I will not show you, but just to kind of talk to you about the pricing. The SG-300 is normally $13,000, and this month it's $995. So this machine in the SG-2 version is about $10,000. So you saw it cut. It was that quick. It ran through and cut all those really, really fast. So I'm going to go from here to sheet cut, hit enter, and then it will cut my media. The SG-2 540 is $13,000, down from $15,000. And the 64-inch, if you were going for trying to do a lot of big banners or vehicle wraps, you might want 64-inch. That would be $19,000. We did just get some banner material, and it's heavy, but I want to show you this stuff. We're going to use this to make some backdrops for our future shop or our Facebook Live events. It's just fun to use this stuff for all sorts of different applications. It's really great. So here's our printed on heat soft material. I'm going to then cut it out. I'm just going to do one or two. I'm not going to make a big production thing out of it. So I'll cut a few out here. Can you see me over there all right, Nate?
Yeah.
Kinda? Okay. And I'm just going to kind of weed away the section that I don't want, which is all this other white element. You can see that the cut is really sharp and good. So when I go to peel away my backing, I don't have any flakes or anything pulling up. It just kind of comes right off. It's a nice cutting tool. Really easy. Nice clean lines. No white poking through. It's good stuff. All right. From here, I will put my transfer mask on. Transfer mask comes in rolls like the other media. This is a 30-inch roll. This is basically, they call it the poly transfer mask. It's clear. It's like the paper transfer mask, but this stuff is designed specifically for heat presses and being able to withstand the heat of a heat press on a garment. So I'll peel this back. This is reusable, by the way. It's really inexpensive, but if you wanted to save some money, you could reuse it. I just rub it onto my material, and I will cut it out now. And you can see once I peel this back, it's on the backing. And then I apply this to whatever I want on the heat press and then remove it. So I'm going to do that for you guys right now. Show you how cool this is. And again, this is a really quick, easy application. It's really affordable. There's a lot of margin in it. Makes a lot of sense for small shop operations or mid-tier operations to have something like this and make a lot of extra money. So I'm going to put my shirt on my heat press here, just a standard clamshell is sufficient. I'm going to thread it through. You don't have to thread it, but if you know me, I am an advocate of threading. Just because I like to work with the single layer that I'm working with. It doesn't make a lot of sense in a lot of cases to use both layers. So left chest. Everybody wonders, where's this right spot for a left chest? Where's the right spot for a left chest? You're fine. So I'll show you. And back me up, Nate, if I'm right here. So you typically want to go from the middle, right, of the arm and to the edge of the, and where those two intersect. No?
So I go 3.5 to 4 inches from center. And 7.5 inches down from this seam.
Okay.
Unless it's a raglan, and then you have to fold the sleeve in half.
3.5 to 7. So we're going about here, about right here.
We end up in the same place.
We end up in the same place.
Pretty close.
Yeah. How about that? There's 2 ways to skin a cat. Is that the saying?
There's multiple ways.
Multiple ways. Yeah, multiple ways. Not no offense to cat owners. Okay, so we're going to go down and over, find that middle spot. I'm going to plop it on there. Cool thing here is it only takes a few seconds. I should have a Teflon sheet, but I forgot it in the demo room. It doesn't really matter. But this only takes, we're at 285 degrees for about 15 seconds. A little bit of pressure, so we know we're smashing it down all right. That one was set for 70, but we know what 15 is, so I'll just go to about 60 seconds here because it was at 75, so I'll go to 60, 59. All right, from there, once it's on, oh, this is cool, actually. So if you're doing it and it didn't stick, in this case it didn't because I didn't put enough pressure, that's not a problem at all. This stuff is really, really versatile. So if you don't, for example, have enough, if you go to peel it off and it's not quite, if it's not coming off perfectly, what do? Just add a little bit more pressure and a little bit more time. And that always solves the problem. So I kind of was thinking that maybe I didn't have a lot of pressure on here. I'd have to set this for DTG pressure. And as you know, with DTG, we really don't like a lot of pressure on there because it has a tendency to kind of smear out the inks or whatever. So little mistake, but easy fix. Add a little bit of pressure. We'll go back for 15 seconds. I always make that mistake. It's either when you're doing hoodies on direct-to-garment, you drop it way down, and then you go to put a t-shirt on and your platen's way down. But the same thing with the heat press sometimes. I just don't adjust the pressure. But again, if you make that mistake, it's not a big deal. So we're at 15 seconds here, and now it's on. Okay. So really versatile, really easy to use stuff. You can't really mess it up. So that's on there. Like I said, we put this on stuff and really put it through the ringer and tried to wash it off and crack it and break it. It just doesn't. It goes really, really well. So, pretty fun stuff. This is the SG-300, the SG-2 from Roland. They have a full print cut line. Give us a call at Melco if you have any questions, want to talk more about this stuff. Feel free to reach out to me. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Monday.